guys, it's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking about 11 new features that are going to be coming to Warzone 2, which is going to be coming out roughly a few weeks after the launch of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, coming on October the 28th. Now, we believe at this present moment in time that Warzone 2, due to a recent leak, is going to be coming out November 16th, which so happens to be the final date for Call of Duty Vanguard Season 5, as well as the estimated launch date for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Season 1. So that's really interesting there. We also do have a leaked map of the Warzone 2 map. So as you guys can see, we've got multiple POIs listed here. We've got Oasis, which is, that's really interesting up there. We've got War-Torn. We've also got Oilfield. Modern City. Now, we believe Modern City could potentially be high-rise from the original Modern Warfare 2. We've also got Quarry, which so happens to be named after the Quarry map, again, from the Modern Warfare series. We've got Hydro Station, or what could potentially be called Dam in the final game, but we'll have to wait and see. We've also got Harbour, we've got Sierra, we've got Caves. Now, we believe Caves might have something to do with Afghan, from the Modern Warfare series. Got Observatory, Marshes, Mountain Town, which we believe at this present moment in time might be Favela, again from the Modern Warfare series. Shipwreck, Shipwreck, I should say, Graveyard, Fishtown, Old Town, Forest, and Airport. Airport we believe at this present moment in time to be Terminal, again from Modern Warfare 2. So that's really interesting there. And also to back this up, we've also got the POI names, which were found in the in-game files for the potentially what will be Warzone 2. So that's really interesting to back that up as well. So, so the main features that we're expecting to see from Warzone 2, according to Tom Henderson, aka Long Sensation on YouTube, and he's found out some rather interesting things. Although this feature's not yet been mentioned online, Warzone 2 will have an interrogation feature that all players will have access to. The interrogation feature is very similar to the interrogate feature in Rainbow Six Siege, where players can interrogate downed enemies to reveal their teammates' locations. So that's really interesting. For some reason, I feel the interrogate feature might be a welcome addition to Warzone 2. I honestly don't know how I really feel about it, because from what we understand, approaching down enemies will show the interrogate prompt, of which your player carries out an execution-style animation to kill the player. Now, we do admit having that during the current state of Warzone 1 as well as Call of Duty Vanguard. When you do that assassinate, animation, I guess you could say. Once the player is killed, their teammates' locations are shown on the minimap. The interrogation feature seems to be in its early stages, with the current animation just being some form of stim shot animation, where you inject the player, or maybe it's the truth serum. The whole animation and process currently takes around 6 seconds. Now, I'll only do that if it was me, I would only use the interrogate feature when there's nobody else around on the map at the time of me doing it, but we'll have to wait and see. I want to know what you guys' thoughts of that. Again, let me know in the comments box down below. It's unclear whether or not this feature will make it to the final build of the game, but it has been suggested to me by several people that this is more of an add-on to the execution animations that we've seen in past COD titles. We've also got armor vests. As briefly mentioned in one of Nero's Cinema's latest videos, armor vests are making a return. This time though, armor vests appear to be a hybrid of the armor system between Blackout and Warzone. This time, players will need to find a tiered armoured vest in order to equip armour plates. Armour vests range from Tier 1 to Tier 3, with each tier allowing you to equip more than one armour plate. Your armour vest does not break, but your armour plates do, meaning you'll need to replenish your plates after you get hit, just like within Warzone. The bag system. So sources have said that the bag system is in early development and things are still very fluid with how the system might be for the final game. Essentially, it's very similar to Escape from Tarkov, where players can add ammo, kill streaks and weapons to their bag. Different bag tiers allow you to have more storage space. Example of how the bag system works, but these are not accurate numbers. So ammo takes up 1 slot, kill streaks takes up to 4 slots, 2 by 2. Assault Rifle takes up 6 slots, 2x3. Sniper Rifle takes up 8 slots, 2x4. Tier 1 bag, 10 slots, 2x5. Tier 2 bag, 15 slots, 3x5. And Tier 3 bag, 20 slots, 4x5. So, where it says 2x5, 3x5, 4x5, it's like how many squares, if you will, they'll take up on the screen, if that makes sense. This means that players can place several different items in their bags depending on the size of the bag. It has been suggested that at this moment in time you cannot flip weapons to add to your bag, as they can only be placed horizontally, at least for Warzone 2. If you're not familiar with games like Escape from Tarkov, then the new bag system is basically a more complicated version of the bag system from Blackout. It's unclear if the bag system will be the exact system across both modes, but the foundations have been laid into what to expect. Now, the OG Modern Warfare fans may recognise this. Pro perks. So, for those who don't know, we've had all the perks that we all know and love, including Sleight of Hand, Marathon, Scavenger, Stopping Power, and all the rest of that. Each one of those, I think it was during Modern Warfare 2, the original, from the original Modern Warfare series, all had pro perks, which equipped an extra ability, if you will. So pro perks are attainable by looting Strongholds, and although some pro perks run predetermined classes during the recent Warzone 2 playtests, it's not entirely clear whether or not pro perks will be able to be used on your loadout, as you might need to loot and use them in order to get an extra edge. So, that's really interesting there, guys. Should pro perks come back to Modern Warfare 2? Let me know in the comments box down below. Strongholds. Now, he's already covered Strongholds in a recent report that we can check out, which I'll quickly open up in a few moments. But essentially, Strongholds are locations scattered around the map that are guarded by AI and have objectives within them. Completing the objective of mission will grant you your loadout in addition to other goodies like pro perks and kill streaks. So, if we take a look at this, see if I can find it. Here we go. Strongholds are something he's been sitting on for a while, and with Neros Cinema's latest video putting the Stronghold information out in the wild, I want to explain a little more. So, Strongholds are located across the entire map and give players something additional to do instead of just buying your loadout at a buy station. Excuse me. There are around 25 to 30 of them spread out across the entire map, so probably just as many as the usual buy stations we've been accustomed to. There are several different tiers of Strongholds as well, with 3 large Strongholds and around 20 to 25 smaller Strongholds scattered around the map. Strongholds are typically guarded by AI and contain objectives that we need to complete in order to gain access to our loadout. Presumably, the harder the Stronghold, the bigger the reward. But not all POIs have Strongholds as well, like a presumably high-trafficked area like Modern City not having any at all. Although Warzone 2 is still in development, Strongholds was described him as being a new dynamic element to make players think carefully about the decision, because once a Stronghold has been taken, no other players can access it. If there are no Strongholds available in the area, they will have to move either to the next available location or wait for a train to turn up that spans the entire map. Warzone is no stranger to AI either, with AI being first incorporated into Caldera several months ago, which was likely to gauge how the community would respond to the feature. So, that's really interesting there, guys. I want to know what you guys' thoughts of that. Let me know in the comments box down below. So now we've got attachments. Weapons in the game are going to have 5 attachments instead of 8. It's one of the changes to the weapon system, but the loot will remain the same. So loadouts will be predetermined like the previous Warzone and won't be like Blackout. You can't find your individual attachments and can equip them. So, it's going to be nothing like Blackout. However, we're going to be trying to find the attachments in some way, shape or form on the Warzone 2 map. Apparently, a new map has been tested for Warzone 2. High Rise from Modern Warfare 2 is this rumoured new map coming to the game. Now, we know that because it was actually featured in one of the teaser trailers, which I'll pop on screen. And for a short few seconds, you can actually see the High Rise map from Modern Warfare 2, the original, with like a top looking down shot from above, I guess you could say, at some point during that trailer. So that's really interesting there, guys. It'll be separate from Verdansk and Caldera, but both these maps are still going to be in the game eventually. Only time will tell if this is the case from the start if they're available after a while. So, we believe at this present moment in time there's going to be one other, which we believe at this present moment in time to be Terminal, Afghan, or one of the others. So that's really interesting. Slide cancelling. Apparently there's not going to be any slide cancelling and in this build of Warzone 2, and we can slide in the game but not cancel it, at least yet. It's just a small side, but every ounce of info about the game is very important. So even the absence of slide cancelling is something worthy of note. Now, firing range. Now, this is not the firing range from the Black Ops series. It's the firing range that we get to use before matches. So don't get that confused here, guys. Now, the last time I think we had something like this, if I'm not mistaken, I know Call of Duty World War II had one of these in their social space. I think Black Ops 4 had a rendition of this. What was it? Sorry, Black Ops 3, I beg your pardon. Had one of these during their campaign in like the chill out area before every campaign mission. So they had one there as well. I don't recall Vanguard having one. But that's really interesting there, guys. I want to know what you guys' thoughts of that. Let me know in the comments box down below. Rumours say that this feature is also very good this time. Numbers will actually appear indicating the power each gun has, so each edition is very welcome to the sequel. But we'll have to wait and see on that. The Medellin inspired maps. Maps in Warzone 2 will take much inspiration from the city of Medellin in Colombia. Now, I believe I've got an image of this. Now, Medellin in Colombia is this city right here. I hope I'm pronouncing the name of that city right, so that's really interesting. Liga Ghost of Hope on Twitter is responsible for that leak, and we should take this leak with a grain of salt, as it isn't even remotely confirmed as of now. But some reports suggest a new Call of Duty game takes place during a Colombian cartel drug war, so the info does line up with each other. So that's interesting. Armor satchels. Now, we've already talked about the new armor vest system. Now, to equip these armor vests, you will need to locate something called satchels. If you want any kind of armor, you need to find these satchels first. So this is another change coming to the armor system in Warzone 2. As with all leaks, please take the information with a pinch of salt. He also wants to make it clear that although previous Modern Warfare 2 maps from the original game are coming to Warzone 2, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're coming to the premium title as 6v6 maps, at least on launch. With IW now having a 2-year release cycle, it is possible that we get to see all these maps over the 2 years, but not necessarily on launch. As of May 2022, and the video is now leaked confirming several pieces of information about Modern Warfare 2. Now, if we take a look at this a rather interesting video that's been placed on Tom Henderson's website, you can see the DMZ has multiple biomes. It's going to have a day and night cycle. We believe it's going to have a gunsmith or a firing range. So, I want to know what you guys' thoughts of that. Again, let me know in the comments. I think that's about it here, guys. So, if anyone else spots anything I haven't mentioned about in this video for Warzone 2, let us know in the comments box down below. I'll see if I can find that image that I spoke of about the leaked release date. We believe at this present moment in time it's going to happen at the end of Vanguard Season 5, which is the current season. We believe at this present moment in time that's going to be on November 16th. I'm sure I've got an image to back this up. Just trying to see where I've placed it. If I do manage to find it, I'll put it on screen here, guys. But I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. Please do leave them in the comments box down below. I'm keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so upload, thumbs up if you're all excited for it. And see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.